every day we scour the internet to read reviews about whatever people want to leave reviews for. Restaurants, barber shops, amusement parks, you name it. But every day we pick a theme. Today, what is your theme, Dawn?
Iceland attractions.
Attractions in Iceland. And I have brought for you souvenir shops in Fort Lauderdale.
Ooh, where should we start here?
Let's start with souvenirs, shall we?
Okay, sure.
And I'm going to give you a heads up. The person writing the review is 2 asterisks, and that's important. So just wanted you to know there was intentional asterisks.
Okay. To the Moon is the souvenir shop, I assume?
Yep.
This store has a really bad energy. They are very, very overpriced, and a lot of the stuff he sells is not fresh. I actually had a similar experience as Kathy Lanos had with the owner. See her review. The owner, Antonio, quote, Ralph Dumas, is a rude, very unprofessional, low-class piece of trash. He is ignorant and always has something mean and nasty to say about his customers when they walk out of his crowded, dusty, disorganized store. I could not understand how this establishment stays in business. He sits behind the counter on his throne like a slob and eyeballs and judges every person who walks through those doors from hell. I would never purchase anything from that filthy, cluttered hovel. Nothing is even good, and everything is a total ripoff. Wow. Okay.
That's intense.
Uh-oh. It looks like
Ralph Dumas.
Ralph has replied, response from owner. Hello, asterisk. Clearly, this is a bogus review, asterisk, as a username, but thanks for reminding me to get a throne. Obviously, this was written by a big queen. I do not usually reply to such trash written in jealousy, but I felt I needed to address this one. Over 13 years in business, we must be doing something right.
Wow. You know, this was some kind of personal vendetta.
It is.
That somebody who does not like. I like also that the person's name is Antonio. Ralph.
Yeah, in quotes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so clearly they knew Ralph, and maybe, they, I don't know, had a personal problem with one another and decided to take it out in the comments.
Yeah, because him putting a big queen in all caps, I'm just saying. Do you want to go to Iceland?
Let's do it. All right. So from Fort Lauderdale to Iceland attractions, we have Geyser Hot Springs, where Laura W. has this 1-star review. The big geyser only goes off once a decade or so. I've seen a couple of comments stating otherwise, so please be aware. The little one goes off like every 8 to 10 minutes. Parking is free. It's a short 2-minute walk across the street from the parking spot. Currently, September 10th, 2024, there is construction and some of the paths are closed. I didn't think this stop was worth it, and a construction worker added to the experience. I asked him, when was the last time the big geyser went off? And he said 10 minutes ago, and it probably won't go off in the next 40-ish minutes, or it would go off in the next 40-ish minutes. That is not true. We waited outside in 45-mile-an-hour winds and 42 degrees for an hour and 10 minutes before we found out he pulled a fast one. Touché.
Okay.
Touché. Also, geysers are natural, y'all. Like, they don't go off on your timetable.
Yeah. And
Google it.
42 degrees sounds amazing.
Balmy for Iceland, probably.
Yeah. And
winds doesn't sound that fun. But again, like, if somebody told you something and it wasn't true and it was a geyser, I mean, I just don't feel like you can get that bent out of shape
just
about it.
Enjoy the scenery.
Yeah.
At least you saw in that hour the other geyser go off 5 times.
Yeah. Okay. Right? The little one.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to Fort Lauderdale. These are souvenir shops. Alvin's Island number 28. I just got charged for a snow globe that was on a very bottom shelf, inches off the floor, sticking out from a ledge, and it fell over as I walked by it, and my pants brushed it. An obnoxious little brunette walked over as I picked it up myself, and she said, "You have to pay for that," without asking me or my baby in the stroller if we were okay. and simply said, "It's store policy," with a nasty little smirk. When I asked for a manager, she said, "They're not here until tomorrow." Enough said.
Okay. Really?
Okay. Like, are you okay? Like, what? I guess a broken snow globe would have glass, or?
I mean, also, you broke something, and I just think, like, when you say, like, my pants just brushed it. Okay, well, you still broke it.
Yeah.
Now, if that's the policy and you don't like it, I get it. Like, I would hope most places, if it was an accident, wouldn't make you pay for it. But
she even says, like,
it just seems a little, she's trying too hard, like that nasty little smirk. Like the person was just waiting. Like maybe the person put the snow globe on the edge. Like,
because it says on a very bottom shelf, inches off the floor, sticking out from a ledge. So it's inches off the floor, but you want her to ask if you're okay. Yeah. It seems like, I don't know, you would be? And if your baby's in a stroller.
Yeah, and what does your baby have to do with it?
Maybe the baby pulled it off.
Well, that's what,
Truth.
And also that she would go, store policy.
Yeah.
Like all they do is they put one out every day and make people pay. It's the only way they get money.
Yeah.
I doubt it, but
prop snow globe.
Who knows? I mean, maybe Alvin's Island is known for scamming their customers. In the meantime, let's go back to Iceland. 1-star reviews, Viking Park, and Lisa has this 1-star review. Total waste of time, especially the parking fees, are a joke. $12.50 isk, assuming that's Icelandic money.
Yeah.
Without telling anywhere at the entrance. And sorry, Viking pork, it is $12.50 with service fee. Viking pork.
Maybe she meant park, or she's talking about the police. I'm not sure.
Viking pork. So it's a ridiculously high price for nothing. There are no facilities that could justify this fee. It's just money-making business. Too bad. I love to come here with customers, but we're going to skip it from now on because it used to be a nice gap filler. Okay, so you're mad that they're charging money for a business?
All tourists, it seems like, for every place in Iceland is mad about parking fees. They have to maintain things. So there's a response from the owner. Are you looking up ISK?
Yeah, I'm looking to see. That's about $9.
Okay.
$12.50 is about $9 US.
Okay.
Response from owner. We're sorry to hear you did not enjoy the Black Beaches, Yoda Cave, Viking Ship, Viking Grave, cultural history, and amazing nature. The parking fee at Viking Park is not $12.50 ISK. It's 1,000 ISK, which is $7 US. However, at other places in the south of Iceland, they're higher. Facilities are being built up like the new toilets that are already here. Our parking signs at the entrance are repeatedly been driven over and we try to replace, but we put them up again. Oh, okay, so people are just driving over their signs and they keep having to... It costs money.
And they have facilities. So they have to maintain those.
Yeah. Also, welcome to the world. You got to pay for everything.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. People just expect... After reading these reviews, it's like... Tourists to Iceland expect everything to be free. But I'm sorry, when you have gaggles of people coming over every year, more and more, you have to maintain sidewalks and roads and restrooms. Like, hello.
Hello.
Okay, let's go back to Fort Lauderdale souvenirs with Creations.
I think it's just Creations.
Oh, it's with a K.
Creations with a K.
Oh, God, Jonathan has a 1-star review. Thought this was a nice souvenir shop. Visited on my trip to Fort Lauderdale just over 2 months ago and purchased about $60 worth of items. Was reviewing the most recent transactions on my credit card. I only used the card twice while I was in the area. Once at my hotel and once here. I have 3 fraudulent charges for a restaurant that is right down the street from this shop. Will not be back. Well, okay, so you assume that it was the souvenir shop that used your card at a restaurant?
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, they'd have to like
maybe somebody
have the
else
card in their hand.
Took a fraudulent card.
Or maybe ordered it over the phone. I don't know.
Or you used it on Wi-Fi or something, or they got your RFID from your...
Yeah.
They got a scanner in your pocket.
That's right.
I'm just saying, like, it's weird that they went after Creations and not the hotel.
Yeah.
Or anybody else for that matter.
Yeah. It could have been Yeah, at the airport, anything.
All right. Let's go back to Iceland, and we have the Perlan Natural History Museum. Carmen has a 1-star review. Really disappointed with my recent visit to Perlan. Whilst I did learn a thing or two from reading the information off the boards in the exhibit rooms, the whole place lacked any kind of interactivity. The ice cave was incredibly underwhelming, but that's probably because we visited a real ice cave in earlier on the week. So the artificial one in Perlan just didn't compare. The Aurora show had some basic educational elements to it, but again, wasn't blown away in the planetarium. As for the volcano show, it was definitely not a show for starters, but just a video of a recent eruption. Honestly, for 2 people, the tickets were a whopping £71. You're probably better off paying to join a Northern Lights tour group or go chase them yourselves, book a tour with a guide, or visit a real ice cave and potentially go to the lava show instead. Take my advice and just forget about Perlan.
Oh my God.
I just love humble brags embedded within 1-star reviews. I went to a real ice cave and this one isn't good.
My God. And like probably $50 a person. You're going to a natural history museum that's covering what it's like to be out in the nature, the natural environment of Iceland.
Yeah.
Maybe some people are disabled and they can't go to an ice cave.
Yeah. Or it's just maybe, I don't know.
Oh God.
It's not your cup of tea. That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
1-star reviews, we do them every day, and you can watch our videos on YouTube as well.